From our fine friends over at Sony, it's the Blu-ray digital combo pack for Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. This was directed by, I believe it's Johannes Roberts or Johanna Roberts or something along those lines. Directed quite a few things like I think the 47 Meters Below movies and like Storage 47, 37, something like that, and some other stuff that you've heard of. On the Other Side of the Door, I believe, was one they did. So yeah, he's got a little experience there. This is, of course, a reboot, straight up reboot, straight up remake. Oh, I don't say remake. It's basically it's 100% reboot of Resident Evil. It doesn't have anything to do with the previous movies. It's video game based. These are all characters based off the video games. And if there's one thing that I think the movie might have made a misstep on, is it kind of combines the first two games, and I feel like you had potential just to kind of go by the book and do like the first movie in a mansion and maybe the second one, in the city. But I can see why they wanted to rush things up a little bit. But we're dealing with the Renfields here, the brother and sister Renfields. Basically, is it Chris Renfield? I don't remember his name. But the brother is still, he's with the Raccoon City police, and they're in town, and they run downtown of Raccoon City, and the sister's coming back. But obviously things are very weird from the start, and people are very, very sick. And they're going to blow up the town at I think 2 or 3 in the morning. Like there's a certain time they're going to basically nuke the city pretty much. If you're not out of there, you're dead. So a few survivors, like the brother and sister and a few other people, have to find their way out of the city when it's obvious that people do not want them to be leaving the city. And it does venture into the famous mansion from the first video game. And it looks exactly like the mansion from the first video game. The police station looks exactly like the police station from the first video, or from the second video game, I believe it is. So, it's if you like the video games, and you've been wanting a real Resident Evil movie to deal with the video games, then you get that with this. So, if that's what you're on board for, and that's what you really want, then that's what you're going to get. If you're looking for something more along the lines of the more action-oriented, with a few horror elements, movies like the previous ones, you're dealing with the wrong thing here. While I didn't hate those movies, I was very excited to see something like this come out. Now, originally, this was in development. They were going to use I think James Wan was going to produce it at one point. He wanted to use the script that George Romero had written. Of course, that doesn't happen. That would have been cool, though. So maybe if they ever remake it again or reboot it again, they can go that route. But this, for what it is fun. And you see a lot of characters from the games. It gets quite bloody. It's pretty violent. Some of the characters are a little different from the video games, but besides that, it's basically, if you're familiar with that, you're going to be okay with this. It also has special features, which include replicating the DNA, cops, corpses, and chaos, zombies, liquors, and the horrors of Resident Evil. So this is out now. You can get a 4K version. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. I thought it was solid. Mine was fun in some regard. Nice little slipcase on this one. Like I said, you get a 4K or a Blu-ray. There's still a DVD out there if you're interested in DVDs. You get the old code inside and what have you, and that's your presentation. So, if you like the video games, you're going to like this. If you were more in line with the other stuff, then it's going to feel a little off to you probably. I've seen a lot of people hate on this. Like, a lot of people's hating on it a lot. I don't really know why. Because if you've ever played the video games, you kind of know what you're getting. So, to me, that was fine. But 3 out of 5, it's Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City. Maybe we'll see another one. Who knows?